Alright, the next thing we wanted to show within review itself, we'll actually go through a few different buttons itself all at one time. The next thing we're going to do is order history, vital signs, and INO. Clicking on order history can be very helpful in here. It indicates if there are orders, dates and times, who the ordering provider was itself. It's currently sorting by default by the actual date of the order itself, the most recent orders at the very top, then scrolling down towards the older orders themselves. It's a little bit easier to sort through all these orders, looking for orders themselves by going up here to the very top. These blue headers at the very top, all the things that you see in the system can be resorted by clicking on one of these. So it currently is sorting by service date and time. I can tell that it's darker blue itself. If I click on category, it now actually sorts all the orders by category itself. So if I was looking for a specific, let's say radiology order itself, I can sort by category. I can go through and see that the only thing I see is the x-ray. I can click on the plus sign and now I see just that one entry. It's a chest 1 view. It's ordered by Dr. Holland on June 21st. So this is a way to easily see order history itself. The second thing we wanted to show right below order history is vital signs. Clicking on vital signs takes us to the vital signs of the patient itself. It's going to show us 3 columns by default. The latest column will be the one on the far left. Older columns will be towards the right. I can see additional information by clicking this button of more at the bottom. It'll actually scroll through all the different entries of the vital signs themselves. And again, to drill down to get additional data regarding one of these entries itself, I'm going to go to temperature, and I would like to see all the entries of temperature itself. I can take my mouse, click on temperature, and all of the recordings of temperature itself will be listed, date and time, the result, the source itself, and who the actual user was that actually recorded that itself. I'll click back to go backwards. And then the final thing we want to show in this little video here is INO. So intake and output will be documented directly here. Again, the latest date is always on the left-hand side itself. Older dates will be towards the right itself. The columns are actual dates. We capture ours in basically twice a day. Each shift itself captured itself. The default is to pull in a 24-hour view in relation to INO itself. And again, the rows are the actual details of the INO itself. This is the breakdown of oral versus IV, and then the output of urine versus emesis itself. The system will actually take the intake and the output and actually roll it up. So you'll notice the intake of oral and IV technically equals 1400. Up at the very top, total intake for this day was 1400 itself. So that's an example of INO.